Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Woo back here with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the time that my mom caught me smoking. More specifically, my mom caught me and Jimmy smoking. Alright, so this happened about, I would say, like 3.5 years ago at this point. This was, my mom knew I smoked at this point, but she had never, I had never smoked at the house, or like I have smoked at the house, but she had never been there. She had never came in contact with me actually smoking. All right, so, but before we get into this video, I want to let y'all know I stream every day on Twitch, or I try to at least. I've been slacking. I'm not gonna lie because I'm moving and I got a new cat and I've been sick. But I will stream every day on Twitch, or I will try to. I upload 3 times a week on YouTube, or I try to at least. But anyway, getting that out of the way, let's get right into this video. So this, like I said, this happened about 3.5 years ago. This was a fine day, I remember. So I woke up, me and Jimmy were trying to find the move always. So at this point, for some of y'all that don't know, Jimmy lived with me, right? So I had taken Jimmy in because he was in a really shitty situation, and he ended up with me for probably upwards of like 3 years at this point. He had just moved out, as I'm recording this, he had moved out probably a month and a half ago at this point, I think. But so, my bad. So on this fateful day, me and Jimmy decided we were gonna smoke. All right. So me and Jimmy, we would smoke every day, but like sometimes we would take acid, sometimes we would drink, and like whenever we took acid, we didn't really smoke that much. We would just have a cart or whatever. So on this fateful day, we decided we were gonna smoke a lot. All right. So me and Jimmy didn't really pay for weed ever. He didn't really have money, which I understood coming from his situation. I completely understood that, and at that point at this point I was getting more money and I was making more money and I was, but so me and Jimmy picked up, I think we picked up an ounce, or it was a little over an ounce because Plugman always plugged me. But so we walk over to this park, right? This is where we always used to go. Oh my god, this is where we always used to get our weed. If you guys hear a story about me and Jimmy and we're getting weed, it was at this park, right? So me and Jimmy, we roll over to this park. I think we walked or biked. I don't know. We might have biked, but we weren't really into biking at this point. But so we walk over to this park, I'm pretty sure, and we pick up from Plugman. Now Plugman had this nice ass caddy at this time, bro. I'm talking like, still to this day, like me having all these nice cars, that caddy was nice, bro. Like I would definitely get that caddy as a little daily driver, right? So he pulls up in this caddy. He hands me the bag of weed. I send him the money. I remember this. I used to spend the money on PayPal because I was banned on Cash App and Venmo, bro. So PayPal was the wave at that point, bro. And like the nearest ATM was fucking all the way down the road. And I didn't have a fucking license at that point, bro. Like that's not happening, right? So me and Jimmy get our weed. We're walking back, and I remember I bring a oney with me because I wanted to try this weed. Now, this Plugman always had some gas. Like he never had mids. He like it was always gas, and I was paying the price of gas, so it better have been fucking gas. But so I have this oney with me, right? And me and Jimmy start smoking on this oney, and I haven't smoked at this point, and I think it was like 2 days because at this point I wasn't like I had got out of smoking every day because I had realized it was weighing me down. And I didn't like that, so I decided that we're gonna fucking smoke this day. Like at this point, I was maybe smoking I was smoking every day, but I wasn't hitting like weed. Like I wasn't like ripping bongs all the time and hitting like blunts and shit. But so we hit this oney on the way back, and I get absolutely fucking fried, bro. Like I don't know what happened. Like I had only hit that oney maybe like 4 times, and I'm fucking fried, bro. And I'm like, damn. Like, damn, this is either good weed or I'm just got a low tolerance right now because I haven't smoked in a couple days, right? So we get back to my house and I'm fried, as I said. So I'm like, I'm gonna order some fucking DoorDash, right? So there's this bomb ass Chinese place next to me. Like I'm talking next to me, I'm talking like a 5-minute walk, bro. Like I could have walked and got this if I wanted to, but I was like, fuck that. DoorDash is the wave right now. Like I do not want to leave, right? So I order my Chinese food, right? And I would say about 20 minutes 25 minutes goes by, and I get my Chinese food, right? Now, Jimmy, I don't know what happened. Okay, so Jimmy, I found out, ended up being, I wouldn't say I would say a crackhead. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know how to word this, but like but he seemed really fucked up, bro. Like, not from weed either, bro. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like, yeah, Jimmy, let's go, bro. So I'm just eating my Chinese food, and I very quickly realized that I want to smoke, right? And I want to hit a bong, right? So my bong at this point had broken. So Jimmy had gotten a bong. I think either me or Jimmy had gotten a bong, and the down stem to it had broken, right? So we couldn't use that. So we're getting all creative with our ways. We're deciding what the fuck are we gonna use to make this bong, right? So usually, if we didn't have anything to smoke smoke out of, it was either we're using a can, an apple, or like fucking dude, I don't even know what else we would use. Yeah, like a can or an apple if we just wanted the quick way. But me and Jimmy were getting a little creative today. All right, we had a whole zip, and we had creativity on our hands. Nothing to do, right? So, me and Jimmy decide that we're gonna make a big ass bong, right? We're not talking like the bong's big. The bowl is gonna be big. Like we're gonna be able to fit like a half ounce in this bowl, right? That is not what happened. But that's what we thought, right? We're like, damn, yeah, like this is gonna be amazing, right? So, what we ended up doing is we grab a milk jug, right? Now, I had done this before with a few of my other friends, but I had never like this big of a bowl. I had never done, right? So usually, if you were to take a water bottle and make a bong, you would poke a hole in the side as your down stem, and you would make like it would be a bong. You'd hit it out the top like it's a little mini bong. But we had a big ass motherfucking like we like you can't put 14 grams on the out like that. That's not how it works. Like so what we decided to do is we took a milk jug. Okay, Jimmy was very slow in the situation. He didn't really think of anything. I kind of thought of all this, and then Jimmy got to work once I got the milk jug out, right? So I decided, let's get a milk jug, right? And Jimmy's like, oh, yeah, bro. Like, damn, let's get a milk jug. Like, that's perfect. So Jimmy's like, yeah, bro. Like, I know how to do this. I've done this knowing damn well Jimmy has probably never done this before. He just said that to make me feel confident, right? So Jimmy grabs his milk jug from me, and he cuts the top off, right? So so there's that open, like the mouthpiece. Not the mouthpiece. You don't put your fucking mouth on that. Fucking, where you dump the fucking milk out of. I sound stupid as fuck right now. So where you dump the milk out of, we cut that off and we made a bigger hole, right? So what we were gonna do is what I was gonna do is I was gonna put tinfoil. Okay, we did do this, but Jimmy was tweaking out. All right. So Jimmy wanted to put like a bowl, like an actual bowl. So it was a decently sized bowl. I'd say it was like 3 gram bowl. Jimmy wanted to take that bitch on the top and have he wanted to do some really sciencey shit, bro. And I'm like, no, Jimmy, we got to put tin foil. We got to make it into like a cup or like however big you want this bowl. We got to shove it down in this milk carton about 2 inches and poke holes on the bottom with a toothpick. And then that's our bowl, right? Now, I had done this a few times with other stuff. Like, I'd put tin foil on like what was that, toilet paper roll. And I had like cut a hole in the middle, and I had made like a little bit of a deep pocket. And I've done this before. I've never done the fucking milk jug. Now let me tell you, this thing fucking ripped, right? So we're making this shit in my basement. Look, little crackheads, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest. I'm partaking in the crackheadedness in this part of the time, bro. I'm literally making a fucking bong out of a milk jug, bro. In my mom's basement, bro. At like fucking 14 years old, bro. Like I was down fucking bad, bro. So me and Jimmy, we cut this top piece out, and so we put the tinfoil in, and Jimmy was a little bit skeptical at first, but like I don't know why that shit works. Like Jimmy is like, he was very skeptical. He's like, bro, is that gonna work? So we fucking poked the holes and shit into the milk jug, or like not the milk jug, the fucking tinfoil, and I'm like, yeah, that's our bowl. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, this was a pretty deep bowl. Like it was fat, like we didn't cut a fucking small hole in this milk jug. Like it was a pretty decent sized hole. Like average male hands, if you were to put your fucking hands together and you were to like if you were to make a circle with your fingers overlapping themselves, that's how big the hole was, right? So it was pretty deep too. Like this bowl is holding like 7 grams of weed. Like this is a big bowl. Like I'm very accomplished, but it's not a 14-gram bowl like we said, right? So me and Jimmy, we decide, or no, at first I'm like, how the fuck are we gonna hit this, Jimmy? Because Jimmy, okay, this is how we ended up hitting it. Little bit of a dumb idea because it hit very hard. Like, this was a very dumb idea. We kind of let gravity do its fucking thing. So what Jimmy decided to do, he picked the milk jug up, he cut a hole in the side of it, and he was like, that's our mouthpiece. And I'm like, what do you mean that's our mouthpiece? He's like, that's our mouthpiece. I'm like, you dead ass think we're just gonna hold this thing up, light it from the top, hit it from this, and it's gonna work. Now at this point, I wasn't very smart. Obviously this is gonna work, right? But it's gonna be terrible, right? So I opt that Jimmy's gonna be the first one to take this hit, right? So at first we're hitting in my basement. Now my mom was home, but like at this time, I don't know why, we just knew like the door was blocked. Like there was no weed smell that would go up into that house. Like I don't know why. Every time like it would just not happen, bro. And like my mom knew I smoked, but she like at this time, like if she would have smelled it, she for sure would have been mad as fuck. But like she never smelled it. We also never smoked this much down there though. Like this was one of the first times, right? So we start hitting out of this fucking thing, and Jimmy hits it first, and I can tell it's fucking harsh, bro. Like, I don't even know, bro. Like, his face was terrible, alright? So he passes over to me, and you can light this thing by yourself, but you can't see over the milk jug. You can't see what you're lighting. You could be lighting your hair, your fucking, the top of the milk jug, you don't know. So Jimmy lights this thing for me. I remember I'd take maybe a 3-second hit. Maybe a 2, like, no more than 3 seconds. Maybe a 2-second hit. And it was the harshest thing I've ever fucking felt, bro. I'm talking, bro, I don't even know what to compare it to. If you were to dry hit a bong and you hit that whole entire bowl, like a normal size, you hit that whole entire bowl on that dry hit and cleared it, that's what it felt like on this 2-second hit from this milk jug, bro. And it makes sense. I mean, like, the fire is right above my head, and I'm just sucking down all this smoke into my fucking lungs. Like, this is not good. Like, this is, I hate bowls for this exact reason. This is what, this is not what a bowl feels like, but this is almost what a bowl feels like, right? So, me and Jimmy are chiefing on this thing, and I realized very quickly that if we keep smoking this thing down here, my fucking basement's gonna get hotboxed. It's gonna go upstairs. Like, this is gonna be the day my mom yells at us, right? So me and Jimmy very quickly realized that we got to go outside. Now, how my house is laid out, on the back, there's like this, it's a deck, but like under it is for storage. We have like a snowmobile under there, a lawnmower, a 4-wheeler, like everything's under there, right? And there's a window that leads to where me and Jimmy were, like a basement window. And I will have stories about trap house tales back. Like I will probably make a whole series on it because I have a whole series about my house being a trap house. And people used to climb, like my window in this, like where this wall is so fucked up from people climbing in and out of it. Like we literally had 20 people a day climbing in and out of this window, right? But at this time, that was all over. Me and Jimmy decided that we were gonna fucking open the damn. No, it wasn't over. I'm just thinking about that. I was 14, bro. I think it hadn't even started yet. Yeah, I don't think it even started yet. But so me and Jimmy decided we're going to open this window and go sit on these like 4-wheelers and stuff and just sit under my deck and have a little smoke, right? Completely oblivious from the fact that my neighbors can, like, I live in a very nice suburb, right? And it's not like this underneath of this deck is enclosed, bro. It's open as shit. All my neighbors can see us, bro. And the neighbors weren't the problem, it was my mom. But anyway, so I'm fully just not coherent that everyone can see us, like, in that. Okay, what's very dumb, my mom goes on my deck a lot, right? And where we were is right under the deck, and we were smoking, and it was going straight up, and where she was in the kitchen, the window was open. This is how I think she, like, came down there and was like, whatever. But bro, we're so stupid, bro. We went to the stupid, like, we could have smoked at the park, in my garage. But nah, we chose under the deck, right where the window's open and right where my mom goes all the time, right? So I'd say this, like, okay, at this time we weren't smoking a lot, so this bowl is gonna last us probably like 15 minutes, right? So we're trying to get through this thing as fast as possible. I'd say 10 minutes go by, we're maybe halfway through this shit. It's not happening, bro. Like, we cannot do this shit, right? And I would say I'm trying to give it time, bro, because I want to finish this, but I do not, like, if you guys ever have left weed in a bowl and then you smoke it later, it's not the same. It's harsh as shit. It's stale as hell. It's not good, right? I was not trying to leave this fucking bowl, right? And so we're nearing the end of this thing, and my fucking mom comes around this corner of my yard, right? So there's two sides she could have came from. She came from the worst side, bro. Like, she could see us right away, bro. And she just seen the fucking milk jug, me and fucking Jimmy. Bro, it was terrible, bro. So my mom, she's passive aggressive, right? She won't yell at me right there and then. Like, literally all she said was like, like, I don't think she even said anything, bro. No, she definitely said something. I just don't remember what she said, but it wasn't important because she, like, I would have remembered, bro. Like, she said something and walked away, right? She's passive aggressive as fuck. Like I said, she knew I smoked, but she had never came in contact with me smoking, right? So it was very weird occurrence for both of us, right? So she walks back up, and I wasn't scared of my mom at this point. I was scared of my dad, bro, because my mom had never, like, at this point, had never mentioned to my dad about me smoking or anything, because at this point, my dad was, like, not happy with me and not happy with the stuff I was doing. So if that would have got brought up on top of what else I was doing, it probably would have been lights out. It would have been grounded for fucking life, right? So anyway, she walks around this corner and says literally nothing and just walks away. And I'm flipping shit, bro. I'm like, I'm not scared of her. I'm scared of my father, right? And father isn't even home at this point, right? So I'm like, dude, we just need to go back inside and just act like nothing happened, right? So we go back inside. I throw away this fucking milk jug. Like, I want nothing to do with it, right? We're already stoned as fuck. Like, stoned as fuck, right? So we go back through this window. And I don't think my mom knew we were going in and out the window at this point. But we go back through this window, right? And my Chinese food is sitting there looking all fucking nice. Obviously, it's probably like fucking 30 minutes old at this point. But I'm what, 14? I'm stoned. I don't give a fuck, all right? So I'm eating that Chinese food, right? So I demolished this Chinese food. And at this point, I'm like, dude, do I go upstairs? Because I had to go upstairs and bring this stuff up and throw it away. But I also did not want to, run into my mom in this occurrence, right? So I decided that I'm just going to go upstairs and say, fuck it. Like, if she asks me anything, I'm just going to say we were just vaping. Or, like, I always try to pull some bullshit. But thank God she didn't even say anything. Like, I walked upstairs, and she just had a normalized conversation with me. Now, this is where things took a little sideways turn, right? All right, so I thought I was in the clear, right? So she was just talking to me normal. She was like just having a normal conversation with me, asking what I wanted to eat for dinner, like she always does, and like telling me, either asking me what I want or telling me what she's gonna make. It was either one of those two. So I don't know why I thought it was in the clear. I really thought that she was just gonna let this slide, and like that was not gonna be a thing we were gonna ever talk about again, right? So next day rolls around. And I get a text from my dad, right? Not a good one. All right, this motherfucker, dude. Oh, my God. He was, like, mad about us going through the window and shit. Like, I knew she told him, but I didn't know, like, she knew we were going through the window. I didn't know that, all this other shit, bro. And he was just, it wasn't like he was mad. He was just telling me, hey, like, that shit's not going to happen in my house. Like, and I was like, all right, like, okay. And I'm not gonna lie, we didn't stop a damn thing, bro. We just kept doing it, but in a fucking smoother way, I guess, bro, because we didn't get caught again. Or, like, I wasn't even caught, bro. She didn't really do anything. All she did was fucking, I don't even know, dude. All she did was fucking talk to me, and then she fucking told my dad, and he just texted me, and I didn't even get in trouble. I was fucking 14, bro. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the classic me and Jimmy story time of us being total dumbasses. But anyway, as I said in the beginning of the video, I stream every day on Twitch, or I try to, and I upload 3 times a week. If you guys would please help me out and subscribe and follow my Twitch, it helps me up a lot more than you guys even know. Even just viewing this video helped me out, so I appreciate you guys if you were at this point in the video. I know a few people who watch my videos all the way through. I'm going to be honest. I don't think everyone does. And I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't either. So if you are still here, I fucking appreciate you, man. Like, goddamn, you're a fucking G. But anyway, it has been Woo, and I'm out.
Bang, shout out my motherfucking army. Shout out my purple man, don't match your scars. 3 6s in my heart. Squeeze bliss out of my heart. Until I see these even brothers thinking that they are. No one talking about burgers yet, but I'm still here on burgers. Yeah, y'all heard of us yet? Them 2 white fucks from either side of the river. Y'all keep my name in your mouth when you think you're being different.